And hello everyone, it is Mr. Pretzel here with another video here on Cities Skylines 2. Alright, welcome back. So, this is going to be a bit of a special series. And what makes it special is we are actually in a collaborative series. So, members of the series is Kiss This, Super XG, and Gamer. Their links are in the description. What we will be doing is every single week, we will be passing this save between the four of us and adding on to the city. We are naming this Collaborative County or Collaboration County. Don't quote me on that. It's in the title and on the thumbnail. So, without further ado, let's see what the last person left for me. So I do believe that so far Super and now just now Kissed have worked on this. So I'm really excited to see what they have. I haven't looked at it. I loaded it in to make sure it worked, but all right. So here we go. Looks like a pretty interesting little town we have here. Just curious, what are our taxes looking like? All right, 12%. Not great for growing, but it'll do. So this is looking pretty nice. It was requested that I kind of keep growth, somewhat regulated, so we can work with that. It looks like we're doing groundwater. All right. Haven't messed with that yet, but I'm sure it's interesting. It's our trade. All right. So looks like we're at Grand Village and almost onto the next one. So let's see. What are our services like? All right. We got healthcare. Healthcare is looking pretty good. Garbage. Yep. Education. Pretty good. Fire services. Oh, yeah. Police. What do we got for parks? Could be better. Could be substantially better. Well, no, parks are pretty good. And then finances, we're losing not too much. It's kind of early game to do this. So I currently have 30 hours on record of this game. I have been playing it a substantial amount. Probably more than I need to be, but hey, it's been great. I've been enjoying it. I have found that there are some interesting bugs as you get larger. But it's fine. So let's see. How do we want to do this? Like this would get too close. What direction is the wind blowing? All right. So I feel like what probably needs to happen is these tiles need purchased. And there's the tiny town. All right. So let's expand upon this road. We'll go this way a little bit. All right. And let's see, what kind of pattern are we doing? Pretty grid-like. All right. We can work with that. What we want to do is probably, I'm guessing was the plan. Not quite sure why we have commercial here, but whatever. I'm sure they had a reason for it. Maybe right here. All right, and we'll extend you out. Absolutely don't expect to be the most exciting member of the series, but I should still have fun. Provide some useful insight. Oh yeah. Get that demand up. So in the past, when I played it with kind of my most successful city, believe it or not, I've done 3 cities. 2 were really small, and then I built one all the way up to Megalopolis, and it's almost at 200,000 people. For kind of the best way I found to make it work is just take infrastructure, like take services slow, because we have these outside connections that will resolve the issues. So it's best to kind of try keep the books balanced and maybe keep your taxes a little bit lower in the early game. And then later on, when you start growing that population and can sustain the expenses of better services, then kind of want to do that. So if we look at this, looks like high taxes is a negative effect on our happiness, which isn't really ideal. Also looks like he has, the internet has been unlocked. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna bring internet to people. And maybe right here. All right, perfect. So I'm not exactly sure what the plan is here. He stated away from the junkyard, so I'm guessing maybe this way. Let's see. Yeah, it's fine. I gotta make my own decisions. It's one of the kind of plans we decided on. Looks like we just need a whole swag of industry. So we can do that. Once again, I'm going to buy some more tiles. Again, he said don't go overboard, but I feel like we need tiles to be purchased, so I am going to go overboard. Again, which way is this wind blowing? So I think this area is kind of supposed to be industry, maybe? Honestly, I don't know. I don't know. I'm just going to mess about. I think I prefer to have this area be industry. If he's got a problem with that, yeah, he can speak up. All right, and then we went. This expanded, all right. Honestly, it's a lot of just kind of messing about, making slow progress. I can definitely see that it could get boring to watch. Absolutely. So I'm going to try my best to make this interesting, but if you know my content, you know that that's not really the way I roll, which is a bit of a pain. Okay. All right, there we go. And let's just expand the industry out. Perfect. It's just like that. Let's get those jobs out there so the people want to come. All right. No, not like that. I do, honestly, I really enjoy how the road building works. I think they did a really good job at making it smoother than the original. So it could get a little bit messy at times. Let's go to like here. Oh. And it's going to be just, you know, imperfect enough to annoy everyone. It's perfect. All right. I'm liking this. A little bit non-standard, but that's kind of how I like to do my roads. And looks like that's kind of how the others were thinking too. All right. How's our demand coming? How's our money looking? Money's looking... yeah. How are our services doing? Oh, yeah. What about all these things? Yeah. Let's get some roundabouts. All right. What I'm thinking is I'm going to reduce taxes just for now. Just so we can get some more growth. So I kind of want to get a bit of a growth stage in here so we can kind of start filling it in a little bit. So what I'm good at is just building out. I don't like this slow growth kind of thing. We're just waiting. That's unbearable. So, all right, let's see. Yeah, fire. Okay, let's get building. All right, so we have expanded a little bit, built out some stuff. I am realizing that I should probably get another medical center out over here. How are we doing for police services? I guess we probably need another one of those. Education, eligible capacity, all right. How are we doing for finances? Honestly, pretty good because government subsidies are up. That's the thing. You feel like you just need to set taxes higher, but the actually, well, yeah, it's actually, so you get more people coming to live if taxes are lower, and there's these government subsidies that they pretty much they make the game substantially easier. So you're not having to worry so much about if you have enough money or whatever, right? Yeah. It's substantially easier because of the government subsidies. Because it kind of, smooths out the debt load. What's our issue? Condemned. Now we're going to have one of these issues. Are we? Better not. Yeah. And then if you can get your city built out, which is easier with lower taxes, because if you look over here, we don't have that -1. And I think you just do get higher demand if you have lower taxes. I don't know. It's just kind of when I've been messing with it. It doesn't make a lot of sense. But yeah, you're likely to get better demand with lower taxes. If we get more people, then we have more people paying taxes. And this goes greener. I am, it does, fit more within the more conservative kind of tax ideology, but I don't know. It's what's worked for me. If I need to bring taxes up a little bit after this fills out, we can do that. I am thinking that we probably should have done a bit of paths, a little bit of pathing like this, but I'm not kissed. I don't make beautiful things like that. I make ugly North American cities. So Kist is a bit of a civil engineer. I don't know officially if he has a title, but it's kind of, makes things look pretty, right? I don't. My stuff looks ugly. And I'm a mechanical engineer. Like, legitimately, I'm going to school to become a mechanical engineer, technologist. I prefer the concept of function over form. It needs to work great, but it ain't got to be pretty. And civil engineering doesn't work that way. Excellent. All right. Okay. How's it coming? Boomtown. All right. I can work with that. Definitely getting a pretty considerable population growth. Monthly balance is staying pretty consistent. So we might have to adjust taxes a little bit. Also noticing that people aren't wanting to move into our medium density, so it's a bit of a pain, but whatever. Looks like we do need some more industrial, so let's just get this area all zoned up. All right, more industrial coming in, and we'll give, okay, first, what's park situation like? Give you just a nice little park right there. What's our park maintenance like? Nothing. Attractiveness 1. All right. Looks like we're gonna paint park maintenance depot, and we're gonna set it over. We're gonna set it over here. So that's what I'm gonna expect this area is gonna kind of be for. More city servicey buildings. Yeah, let's cram you in wherever you fit. So right here, perfect. And then we'll shut it off when we don't need it anymore. All right. Yes. Park right there. Excellent. And let's get people moving in. All the people. I do notice that he's kind of going for a more centralized commercial route, which on one hand I can kind of understand, but I do find that, at least in this one, it's a lot easier to, make sure they have customers when you kind of build it in with them. Kind of like this, right? See, I have it built near the residential, and you get substantially more customers. So even if it means you don't have as useful of land like this, because you're only building a few, you can put some offices in here and whatnot, just to kind of use up your room, because it doesn't always work the best to do it like this. This is what you would have done in Cities Skylines 1. But Cities Skylines 2 is substantially different than 1. So you kind of have to be able to do it differently. You have to understand that it's a different game. And therefore requires a different play style. So it looks like we're having issues filling in these tiles with high density. So we're just going to word all this, and then we'll just have a bit of medium density kind of in the middle there, right? Actually, you know what, we're just gonna make it all low density and just kind of keep the medium density more so over here. Of course. Yeah. How are we doing for finances? We're, yeah, kind of sitting where we have been. It's just, it's a bit of a grind, again, in this first portion, because, yeah, you're just working so hard to kind of get into the green. And it takes some effort. Seeing why he wanted to do more work this way, because now we're just spreading all the industry out. The industry stench. It's fine. I would like to. All right. Dead people, of course. Of course. Let's get some more tiles. Again, he said to not go too overboard, but I think we're just expanding the city, so I see no issue in this. Ooh. We have quite a bit of all right. Let's build you right here. Let's see, I'm kind of feeling that this can go right here. Yeah, there we go. Make people happy. Yeah, excellent. Maybe we could. No, we have useful stuff there. All right. How's our traffic look on this main road? I won't completely mess up his nice, pretty town, but I will. Honestly, I feel like this is just asking for problems. What we're gonna do is do like that. And scratch this for now. And we'll bring a nice city street down like that. Of course. Move this over here. Set this up to be a little bit of a roundabout. And build this in like that. Yep. And I'm realizing that I kind of screwed up. It's fine. I'm just going to build it more like this. Oh yeah, that works. We're kind of a little bit of a outstretch. Oh yeah, perfect. Excellent. Honestly, I don't think I like this. We're gonna tear it down. No, the poor people. Someone else can deal with it. Someone else can make it look pretty. How are we doing? Yep. Excellent, excellent. What I could do is do something more based from here. No, it just starts to look like I'm getting greedy with my space. Yoink, 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 yoink. All right. How are we doing? How's our internet? Perfect. How's our other services? Healthcare is a little unreliable. What are we looking at? Yeah, pretty good. It's not amazing, but it's kind of the nature of this. You kind of struggle through for the first little bit, right? So I think we need to get another development looking pretty over here. So we're going to expand this. Again, I'm more of a kind of rapid expansion kind of guy. I just like building it out. And once again, we have a nice area built out, and we have quite a bit of demand for certain things. So again, I'm not entirely sure what the plan is here, but I think it's a bit of a demand for low density housing. So I'm going to, low rent housing. So I'm thinking probably need to build out just a little bit of a low rent housing area. And I'm thinking a better spot than maybe this. No, just this one right there. And then we'll kind of do some medium density kind of around it. And I'll realize that I need some parks scattered around. All right. Perfect. And maybe just get a little bit more roadage out there. It's a bit of a mess if you start counting, but otherwise it's great. It's fine. This one needs to go through. This one needs to go through. That's good. This one needs to go through. This one won't go through, but we have that right there. All right, seems pretty good. I think we're going to do a bit of a wider structure here. Like we're going to go, yeah, just like that. Give us a little bit more room. And then get a little bit more medium density out. And then, how are we doing parks? Yeah, parks is good. Parksing is a little bit more complicated here too, because I'm not exactly sure, but I feel like houses and other things definitely use up kind of the park, so it doesn't quite have the same accessibility as you'd hope it would. I think it's a bunch of other services too, so you can't really just place everything and then build out your yeah, we'll leave this area open as well. Your zoning, because then you run into some issues with it not actually being able to supply the demands of what you've just built. So you really have to yeah, do everything kind of as you go. You can't plan everything ahead. Even what I'm doing here with all the zones isn't really the ideal way. Doing it because we can. But yeah, it's not the ideal way. All right. Definitely not the way Kiss would be doing it, but I don't care. Again, I'm not Kissed. I'm Pretzel. I do things differently than Kissed. We're just going to hope it works nicely. And that everything's pretty. We're getting really close to breaking even. If we were to raise taxes, it would substantially improve our influx of residents. Or it would, if we were to increase taxes right now to the 12%, I'm pretty sure we would get somewhere that we want to be. Yeah, taxes this. So if you increase that by 2%, that's another $100,000. Yeah, our government subsidies would reduce, but we'd be right around breaking even. And of course, as this fills out, it'll be even better. So, all right. I do have a thought, though. It's a little bit crazy. But these could be made into 2-lane. Yeah, I'm liking that. Make it kind of a 2-lane sort of thing. A 1-lane, one way. Of course, you're gonna make me do it like that. What happens if I try? Yeah, of course, you're gonna mess everything up. All right, we'll fix this later. I just know that this is a feature in some North American cities. And because it looks like it's taken influence from a North American city, I want to continue in that style. All right. One last. All right, and then we need to get this in here. Yeah. Right. Excellent. Actually, we're probably nearing capacity for the elementary school. Let's just get another elementary school in here, make sure it's all good. That is going to increase our service costs, but I think it should be something we can work with. Again, we're having these issues with these buildings here because we're kind of out away from everyone. So you will occasionally have issues with a few buildings having not enough customers. I do still feel like it typically works best to just scatter them in little bits and pieces everywhere. You will get a little bit of excess noise pollution, but it's honestly not as much as the other buildings. So, and if they're just individual like this, it honestly seems to do a better job at yeah. Yeah, it seems to do a better job at oh, what am I thinking? Yeah, making sure that they're happy. Because these are all unhappy. These, we just have a couple that are unhappy about not enough customers. You kind of have to work with it a little bit to figure out the exact kind of ratio you're looking for. Why don't we have people here? All right, high density or low density. That word. Here. Yeah. I think we'll leave this area open for the time being. All right. It's looking good. It's looking real good. Of course. You know, why not? People can live here. So yeah, it's zoning isn't really enjoying it. So we'll just let them do their thing then. So I do realize that, you know, I've maybe done a little bit more than the others have in their time period, but that's kind of my thing. I just grow at stupid rates. You know, I like to, yeah. Yeah, we kind of had this idea of kind of, you know, setting within kind of certain boundaries for how much we wanted to grow. We kind of said, oh, based off of time. And when you give me an hour, as in that's how long I've been recording, I get stuff done. So, but I do think, you know, I should probably, you know, call it for the time being. You know, I've done this and that. You know, I've tripled the size of the city. All right, that's gonna be it for today's video. I thank you for watching. I thoroughly recommend that you go check out the other members of the series. And in the next few days, if you're watching this when this just comes out, Gamer will have his video out, I believe on Tuesday, but we can't entirely guarantee it. We're kind of just going as we can. Yeah, that's going to be it for today's video. Farewell.